Introducing IObIO Incorporated. Our team has a vision for disruptive technology in the field of auditory diagnosis, including several other applications. But first, let's meet the team. Dr. Manhar Bance is Cambridge University's leading otologist, a world-leading ear surgeon and scientist. His discoveries and methods have been groundbreaking and have been adopted by surgeons worldwide. Dr. Steve Aiken does research in cutting-edge auditory analysis and methods at Dalhousie University. He's a professor in the audiology program, a past president of the National Academy of Audiology, the founder of the Canadian Infant Hearing Task Force, and the director of medical research for the Hearing Foundation of Canada. Together, Drs. Aiken and Bance are working on novel methods for tracking, treating, and someday preventing noise-induced hearing loss. Using combined bioelectric paradigms, they have developed a system for their advanced hearing diagnosis. Guy Earle is an automation expert with over 20 years of contributions to such fields as aerospace, underwater acoustics, cryogenics, ocean tech, brain imaging, and now biomedical diagnostics. Earle has built a platform to satisfy Bance and Aiken's technical needs, but more than that, using his foresight from a myriad of contract experiences, Earle has built a system that can do much, much more. Using their technology, Aiken and Bance are engaged in a major research initiative investigating the impact of high-velocity weapons on hearing for the UK military. Their novel methods are being applied in the real world in an effort to curb the military's single largest medical expense, noise-induced hearing problems. Let's hear about it from Dr. Bance at Cambridge University.
Hello, my name is Professor Bance. I'm Professor of Otology and Skull-Base Surgery in Cambridge. I started the IObIO project with Guy and Professor Steve Aiken in Dalhousie when I was there. The problems that we've had so far with many of the systems that are available clinically are that they're very expensive, they're not very configurable, they don't run scripts very easily that you write yourself, and they're not very portable. So many of the applications that I have in mind involve testing, for instance, soldiers who have noise-induced hearing damage of some kind, but immediately after exposure in the field, and we'd like to try and prevent them from getting hearing loss that would deteriorate with time if you could identify them quickly. The other thing that we would like to do is have a very configurable system in research systems and clinics like ours, where we want to try and understand where the site of the hearing loss is, so we can try to repair or regenerate the hearing loss. So often we don't actually know where the hearing loss is, we just know that the patient has a hearing loss. And we need to really work on this front to try and understand where in the inner ear or the nerve of hearing the hearing loss is, so that we can try and design intelligent ways to repair the hearing loss. And that system will require continuous adaptation and be very versatile. And that was another reason why I think something like IObIO box would have a lot of application in my field. Of course, this is just one field, and there's also lots of other fields such as vision and other neurological fields. So, but I do think a versatile platform like this is clearly lacking in research and even in clinical workspace right now. Thank you.
So who cares about hearing loss? There are billions of dollars paid through compensation in serving the hearing loss community, and public health resources are always being stretched to the limits. If we had access to a quick, easy, and inexpensive screening, diagnosis, and prevention technology, we could potentially save taxpayers money and improve the lives of the hearing impaired. The problem is pretty easy to articulate. Noise-induced hearing loss affects approximately 5% of the world, whether military, industrial, or recreational. This is a massive economic impact. It is important to screen babies, which we in Canada are lacking in. The U.S. screens 95% of their newborns, while the average screening age here is a poor 2.5 years old. Early detection can improve the life of a developing child. Untreated children grow to have deficits in language comprehension and can lead a life of depression and unemployment. Elderly assessment is important, with 2 in 3 people over the age of 70 affected. Geriatrician assessment usually doesn't include hearing diagnosis, which can lead to all sorts of problems, diminishing the quality of life for the elderly. Hearing diagnosis is performed using technology from World War II. This 70-year-old technology is still being used today as a primary method for testing hearing. It's expensive, time-consuming, and requires dedicated labs, and after all that, not very accurate. If we had a mandate to produce better, modern, more effective, mobile, and inexpensive systems, we could revolutionize the world of hearing dysfunction. Our solution is the IObIO BioBox. This state-of-the-art standalone portable system will change the way that hearing is measured around the world. To make this even better, our platform is designed to be highly configurable to acquire an endless array of biological and non-biological signals using plug-and-play personality modules. This box has the potential to disrupt many fields. Where do we get our money from and how big is the market? The global audiological diagnosis device market is billions of dollars per year and projected to be over $13 billion US by 2023. This is a growing industry. However, the social cost paid by governments, military, and industry exceeds this $13 billion figure. We intend to engage audiologists, otologists, GPs, private practices, and military and industrial clients for proliferation of our new tech. Our revenue will come from selling our unit and offering custom software solutions. There is no single commercially available system that can do sophisticated speech comprehension, simultaneous inner ear and auditory nervous system testing, and incorporates the novel methodology being currently developed. Our system will be able to combine acoustic and electrophysiological measurements in a single system, thus providing a platform for potent testing capabilities. We have a clear path to protect investors with our IP building strategies. Our path to clinical compliancy includes the amassing of specific industrial knowledge that will be the basis for our trade secrets, intellectual property, and provide barriers to entry for our competitors. By the time we have clinically benchmarked our system, we anticipate a valuation of an estimated $12 to $15 million, thus providing a defined route to deliver confidence to our investors. We have a short-term plan to disrupt the clinical auditory assessment space. The big picture includes marketing our box as a platform capable of changing its function for other biological and non-biological applications. We are currently investigating an opportunity to promote to the international space exploration community with a multi-use medical diagnosis platform. In summary, we want to finish our prototype and get feedback from our early adopters. We need to further our customer discovery and continue to interview our potential clientele. We have defined the path for IP protection, a strategy for a $12 to $15 million valuation in 3 years, recognizing that clinical compliancy actually provides IP and competitive entry barriers. And we want to be the first to market with our new testing and diagnostic methods. Our next steps are to finish our prototype hardware, the development of our onboard software, and the definition of our market specificity through engagement of key opinion leaders in our industry, 2 of which serve on our executive team. Our next milestone is the completion and delivery of our first version BioBox to our partners in Halifax and Cambridge. The bigger picture includes a path to clinical compliancy. We would need $2 to $3 million to perform our trials next to industry gold standards. This process would build our intellectual property and increase our value as a company. Our next goal, delivering our minimal viable product to our partner labs, precedes our first seed round, where we would raise $2 to $3 million to pave our path to clinical compliancy. Clinical validation will prove our product and lead to widespread global adoption. Thus, we would begin our conquest of the auditory diagnosis device marketplace, with options to license our technology to large key industry players. Thank you. We're IObIO Incorporated, and our dream is to equip the world with the ability to perform research and clinical diagnosis on an easy-to-use, mobile, inexpensive platform. We want to share our technology globally, putting science into your hands.